What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer, aka the Marketing Meathead, and today we're going to talk about starting an Amazon FBA business and why I did it. All right, welcome back. Please read the disclaimer. We are not talking about money today, but it's always good to put the disclaimer out there. Anyway, I hope you all having a good day, and wanted to kind of touch base real quick with a couple stories. Generally, things in business and in life. I'm sure this has happened to you guys. I find that usually when bad things happen, they seem to happen in threes, meaning something bad will happen, and then something else bad will happen, and then usually a third thing bad will happen. That's typically how life goes, and then usually things turn around and some good things start to happen. So that's kind of always been my, going through life, that's always been the way it's been for me. I don't know if it's been that way for you guys, but if you could leave me a comment below and let me know if that's happened to you before. Generally, bad things happen in threes. So, I wanted to kind of start out with, a little bit of a story here and all the things that have happened to me in the last, 20 days or 15 or 20 days. Basically, I think I mentioned this in another video. If you've seen the last one I did, Facebook has really changed the game on us. And we had a nice 20 to 30K a month business going, affiliate marketing on Facebook, and they decided to basically just completely cut out the affiliate offers. If you're running an affiliate link, the AI is picking that up and basically shutting down your account immediately. So that's bad thing number one. So we haven't officially found a way to get around that yet. We are working on a workaround for that. I think we'll have it figured out soon, and we'll be back in business. In the meantime, we're actually running some traffic on Yahoo Gemini. We're running on Taboola, some native ad networks, and we're trying to work those platforms right now. And obviously, once we get that figured out, we're gonna spread the word to you guys and update our course with the working stuff, and then we'll do a launch at that time. I'm not going to go ahead and put out a product until I have stuff working. I have a very ethical business over here that I run, and I'm not going to be one of those guys that puts out something that's definitely not working. So stay tuned for that. So that's story number one. That was kind of the bad thing that happened in May. That was our big, nice little income stream just gone. The next thing happened was I had a leaky pipe on my house, and of course it was on the part of the house that I never go on. I never really go out the front door. I always go out the garage. That's where my Escalade is, and I go out the garage, and I never really go out the front door, so I didn't really notice this leak. Okay, so what was happening was it's like an irrigation pipe running out of the side of the house, and it started leaking, and there was an insulation around the pipe. And so instead of the pipe just leaking onto the ground outside, which is what it's doing right now, it was leaking into the insulation and then running into the house. Okay, so over time, I don't know how long it's been leaking, but it's been running into the side of the house, and what it did is it creeped up into the stucco. So I got this big ring of stucco where the water did damage, and then obviously in the inside of the house, it was running underneath the tile, so it ruined all the baseboard trim and the wall all around the inside of the house. So, and the tile underneath, you can tap it and it's kind of hollowed out. So, it was such a slow leak, and over time I started noticing the tile, or the not the tile, but the trim in the house was starting to get looked like water damage, but it wasn't I'm where's this water coming from? There's no water in here, it's dry. So what was happening was it was going underneath the tile and then ruining the trim. I thought it was just because the toilet backed up once and it kind of ruined all the trim, but in reality that did happen, but it wasn't that one thing that really ruined the trim. So now I got all this trim I got to replace. I got inside wall, outside wall, tile. I called State Farm, my insurance company, and it's a slow leak, so they're not going to cover it, unfortunately. So that was kind of bad thing number two. That's going to be a pretty major repair. I don't really know how much it's going to cost, but it's going to cost some money. I know it's not going to be cheap. So that's that was bad thing number two. And then last Friday, I'm at the nightclub with one of my customers, and he's all excited, having a good time. I got him a great table, and he bought some champagne, spent a bunch of money, and he puts a champagne bottle up to my mouth, one of those big ones. It was a magnum of Vouv, and I'm drinking it like this, and while I'm drinking it, he gets all excited and he slaps the back of the bottle against my veneers. Okay, now mind you, I just got these veneers put in like October. You know, it was a pretty expensive deal. I think I paid like $11,200, I think, for the veneers. I had a Hollywood doctor come in and put in the veneers, or do the veneers. He's one of the guys that does a lot of the celebrities in Hollywood, so he's a lot more expensive than like the local ceramists, because they do a better job. I mean, they're just better quality teeth. And so now, you know, I got a fake tooth in here right now, and I just spent $1,300 to get this veneer fixed. Obviously, I sat in a dental chair on Monday for 4 hours, screwed up my whole week. And then I got to go back next week probably at some point when the new one comes in, and hopefully it matches perfectly. And I got to sit in the dental chair for, you know, another 2-3 hours probably to get that one put in and set. And now I got this fake tooth, which looks weird. It's, you know, it's not the same. It's not porcelain. It's plastic, you know, versus porcelain. And, you know, so I got to go through a whole weekend with this fake tooth, and it's loose right now. And it's just annoying. So, you know, I'm sure you guys have, you know, have been there. I don't want to like go into the you know, the bad things too much, but you know, everybody's had bad days and bad weeks and bad months. So those were kind of like the 3 bad things that hit me. And now on top of that, now you know, I got ants back into the house. I had a ant problem about 4 years ago. When it gets real dry in Vegas, the ants start looking for water sources, and then they tend to come into the houses. And it's real dry right now in Vegas. It hasn't rained in forever. I can't remember the last time it rained here. It's probably been a few months, maybe. We're in the desert, obviously. So now the ants are back. So I got to call pest control, and they're coming in, you know, on Monday. That's going to be another $150, $200, whatever it costs. So, you know, just those things right there. I lost, you know, 15 to 20K, 30K a month income stream. You know, the leaky pipes caused a lot of damage on the house, not covered by insurance. The tooth, the ants, you know, it's like everything like seems to like happen, you know, at once, and it's always, you know, it seems like it's always bad. You know, it's not like good. You got to spend money. You got to get things fixed. So, you know, the moral of the story is, you know, as a, you know, business owner and as an entrepreneur, you know, you got to always have like a number of income streams. And, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to shoot this video is because, you know, basically you have to have a backup plan for just about every single business that you have. I mean, if, you know, in Vegas, I have a very lucrative business that runs, it does really well from March till September, and even into October it does pretty well. But, you know, there's November, December, January, February, the company doesn't even make money. In fact, I don't even take a check usually for 4 months, so I make $0. The company maintains, like, hopefully enough business comes in just to pay the bills, and I'm happy with that. So, you know, that's why I got into the internet marketing business, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, originally in affiliate marketing, and why I'm trying to grow as an internet entrepreneur and, you know, build up my YouTube, build up my websites, and, you know, just become somewhat of a celebrity online. That's the goal here in the next, you know, 12 to 24 to 48 months, you know, is to really build my brand up and, you know, my businesses. I bought the domain progresscollege.com. That website's getting, you know, pretty much ready to go. I got my own brand, brianpfeiffer.com. That's actually up. I still got to do some fine tuning to the website. I got my blog, which is marketingmeathead.com. And we're building up these properties, you know, because you got to have a backup plan for just about everything in this world. Nothing is guaranteed. And, you know, we started an Amazon business because of that. So I hired a guy. I don't have the time to do the product research myself. Unfortunately, I'm busy with my own companies. You know, the affiliate marketing stuff is going. We're getting ready to launch another product. So I brought a guy on. We've already got one product. I went over to China. I established a relationship over there, over in Yiwu, China. And I got a great guy on the ground that speaks a little bit of English, which is good. That's a very Chinese area, and there's hardly anybody that speaks English. So you can go back and look at my videos from Yiwu, China. I did some shoots in Yiwu at the market, and then I did a shoot in Shanghai as well. But we've already got one product on order. I wired him the money. That's on a container on its way over here. We're going to get that going on Amazon. I'm not going to tell you what product it is right now. Let's get it going and moving, and then we'll go from there. And then I just ordered. We just got a sample in, actually, right here. It came in today. I haven't even opened the box yet. But you can see I got, it's from Yiwu, Guangzhou or something, Yiwu City. So here it is right here. So this is another sample of probably the next product we're going to order. And we're going to get that on order hopefully in the next couple days here. We're going to check out the quality of the product. You know, you want to get the product in hand. You want to see if it's actually well made. if it is what they, the manufacturer says it is. So I got that product there. That's going to be product number 2. I told my guy I want to get at least try to get at least 5 products at least in process and on their way over here by the end of this month. So once I have this business rolling, I'm definitely going to let you guys know how it's going throughout the out the summer here, once we start making some profits, hopefully. And once we get going, I'll do some videos on how we're doing the products research, how we're ordering the products, what we're doing to make this all happen. And then maybe I'll put a structured course together, so if you guys want to actually learn how that we're doing this and how we're making money in a nice structured class, I'll make something very reasonable that gives you all the details and all the nitty-gritty of all the stuff we're doing for Amazon FBA. So that's coming down the road, probably looking at maybe the fall. But like I said, let's get some products moving. Let's start making some money. And once we have that rolling, I'll be happy to show you guys what we're doing, and we'll go from there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and I would appreciate a comment below if you guys have any other ideas for me as far as starting businesses. And if you could bang that notifications bell, I'd really appreciate it. I am the Marketing Meathead, and we'll talk to everybody later. Thank you.